communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
আটকে গেছে। Oh, hi. Hello viewers. This is Tofader from Today's America and Millennium News 24/7. Today we have our special guest, Joe, from Michigan, Detroit, and he is living right now in New York City, heart of New York City. And he have an organization called peace.org. And he is working for peace, United States, also globally. He is good man. He is our network friends. Also we have our good friend, our network, our co-host, Todd Goldfinger. Todd and Joe, both of you, welcome to Millennium News 24. And please, Joe, introduce yourself, our viewers. Joe.
Joel, we'd like to hear from you, Joel.
Okay, sure.
Introduce yourself.
Please.
Okay. Sure, my name is Joel Thorne. I'm a composer and symphony orchestra conductor, and I'm the co-founder, director of Artists for Peace.org, O-R-G. You are all invited to share your works and check out our site. Artists for Peace is a global peace initiative which is represented in numerous countries, from Africa to New Zealand, with a very, very large contingent throughout the world, specifically in India, Latin America, Europe, the Middle East, in Israel and Iran, all over the world. And now we are involved. So I'm inviting, this is a formal invitation to all of the artists listening to please submit your work so that we can present them to the world so that we can share your work with the world. Artistforpeace.org is our full name. Our mission is to build bridges of peace among citizens of the world. It's called Building Bridges and Holding Hands to give comfort and support to struggling individuals all over the world, in war zones, in totalitarian nations. We were reaching out to you to join us in our fight, which brings up the nature of Ukraine. We as a global peace initiative support Ukraine and all Ukrainian artists of any, we support artists of any genre, from music to dance to theater to architecture and sustainable living. One of our groups in India, in Auroville, India, it's called Sadhana Forest, which supports thousands of people in the world. It supports by replacing deforested nations throughout the world who need reforestation, who need water and agriculture. They work in Kenya, they work throughout India, they work throughout the world. They work in Kenya, they work in Haiti and the Middle East. They have thousands. They have replaced over 200,000 trees to bring reforestation, which is so involved with climate healing in the earth. So this is open to all of you who celebrate the earth and the stewardship of the earth. We're also very actively involved in film and video. So please join us in our fight. Right now, we are, as I mentioned, we are fighting for Ukraine.
Thank you, Joe.
By representing artists from all over. You asked me to.
No,
give
thank
you a
you.
little bit of-
I'm gonna come back to you.
That
We're
was
gonna
great,
come
Joel.
back to
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Joe. Todd, please introduce yourself, bro. Please.
I would like to hear some more from Joel. I want to hear more from Artists for Peace because I myself am also an artist for peace. Joel Thome has been a mentor and a friend for many, many years, and was allowing for some of my works to be shown with Artists for Peace. 2 albums, Desert Sands and A New Day Has Come. Okay, so you can go to artistsforpeace.org and look up. They have different issues for each month. It's like a magazine, it's an electronic press kit also for helping people in Ukraine. So this is a way to reach out to our brothers and sisters and help each other through art, through poetic justice, through doing shows like Millennium TV, doing our public civic duty. This is what we're doing. This is Artists for Peace. And if you're not an artist, please still go to artistsforpeace.org and look at all these wonderful artists that you may not have heard about before going to artistsforpeace.org. So thank you very much. And if you'd like to hear my music, just tell your device, my name. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, both of you. Viewers, viewers, so many things going on in the world these days. You know, Russia committed with Ukraine 3 days ago. They can give the pass to people go outside of the country, but they are not taking care their commitment. Right now they are bombing residential area, school, college, institute, supermarket, police station, everywhere. Russian president urged to the African nation joined with him fight with Ukraine. And he tried to bring the soldier or bring the public or young generation to join the soldier in Russian soldier, part of Russian soldier. They can get their citizenship in Russia. This is shameful. You know, our whole world is one side, Russia and China, India, there is other side. So they are not on democracy side. So-called India, largest democracy in the world, but they are part of Russia right now. Anyway, we're going to talk about millions of people, you know, are refugee right now. Poland, Hungary, Romania, Moldova, and lot of people heading to Germany, France, Spain, some other European countries. So today we're going to talk about artist for peace. Art can bring whole of the world love, peace and happiness. So today we have our guest Joe. He is artist for peace. He's going to talk about Ukraine.
Joel Thome, conductor, composer,
And
founder and director of artistforpeace.org.
And he's going to talk about us today, Ukraine matter. Joe, please explain what is going on in our Eastern Europe and what we can do. Joe.
We can build bridges. We can hold the hands of those who are suffering with compassion, spend the money for support, condemn the aggressor, Putin, and his murderous policies in Ukraine. And Putin has a history of murdering dissenters. Putin has now as you all know, ordered the attack on Ukraine, which is aimed at children, at people of all.
Putin is actually killing children.
I'm sorry, would you say?
Putin is killing children.
Putin is killing children, and he's starting a World War III. He bombed nuclear power plants, creating another Chernobyl disaster in Ukraine. That was an intentional disaster. The world, meaning all of us, must speak out, must build bridges. We have opened our artistforpeace.org to present the works of artists in Ukraine who are making their statement, and we are sharing those works with the world, because the arts are such a tremendous way to communicate with the world, to work towards healing of the earth. And at a time when we need desperately to celebrate Earth, we are witnessing not only destruction of the environment, but we are witnessing destruction of a nation by Putin, destruction of a nation, Ukraine, and this must stop now, but it will not stop unless we all speak out, just as the environmental conditions of the world will not change unless we speak out, unless we take action. It is not enough to sit still. And one of our members sits before you here, Todd Goldfinger, wonderful musician whose music we also present, whose music is about peace on heart, whose music is about uniting people throughout the world. So
we need to
please
join together, sir. We all need to join together. This program right now, what's happening right now, 12:15 Eastern Standard Time in our time zone. We are here together and we're making this happen. This is beauty. This to me is beauty. Making this happen. And I thank you so much for being here. Really. Peace on earth, please.
Floor is yours, Todd.
That was it. We need to join together. We need to join together. This should be the mantra. This should be the new thing. We need to join together. Hashtag it, .com it, everything. Okay, listen. We need to join together. Getting artistsforpeace.org and Millennium TV is happening right now. So we can join our networks in the sense that we're speaking to the public. We're saying artists, people who are not artists, join hands, right? Join hands, speak your voice, speak your truth. If you know something is wrong, speak out for your brothers and sisters. Don't stay silent. Closed mouths don't get fed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Peace. Peace on earth, please.
Todd and Joe, please stay with us. We're going to go short break. Viewers, we are going to short break. Please stay with us.
Millennium TV,
Yes.
bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Viewers, we are back again. Today's America and Millennium News 24/7. We are bringing every day different topic, and also we are bringing every day current affairs. Today we're going to talk about Artists for Peace. Globally is so much bad things happening. Politician and muscle person, President Putin from Russia, attacking so many countries. Not only Ukraine, he destroyed Syria, he destroyed part of Libya. So our whole world is watching. Millions of people he killed. He is the killer. So right now, whatever he doing,
Children. He's a killer of children as well.
whatever he doing in Ukraine, whole of the world is watching. So probably he gonna get big time punishment. Today we're gonna talk about regarding Ukraine and Artist for Peace. Todd, floor is yours.
Well, I just want to point out, if anybody's watching this in Russia, we understand you are also a divided country, just like we were before before what's going on in your country. We understand if you're in Russia, you cannot say the word WAR, which it is. It is a war, but it's not a fair war. You're right, maybe it's not a war because it's aggression from a dictator that has absolutely decimated a whole country and is saying that he wants to take that and he'll stop at nothing until he gets Ukraine. So we have to understand the mind of this madman. His inner circle probably doesn't want to tell him what's really going on. So they have to, tiptoe on eggshells around Putin when giving him the bad news that he's getting beat also by the Ukrainian army, who is putting up quite a fight. But the bombardment is nonstop, and people need to understand that if you're in a country like in the West, and you think it doesn't affect you, well, there's a ripple effect. If you're a feeling person, you are going to feel it in nature as well. So feeling it in nature, you are prompted, you have now a responsibility to do something about it, because now it affects you. When you feel it at the pump, when you're paying too much at the pump, that's also nature affecting you. So think about that next time you go to the gas station and put that fossil fuel into your gas tank to get to wherever it is that you need to go so urgently. Thank you. Peace.
So, Joe,
Yes.
explain what is the Russian President Putin mind. He's going to be another like in 1939 to 1945, whatever the Hitler did. So
Yes.
he is more than that, you know. Whatever he's doing right now is more than that. Why our world leaders not doing anything regarding Russian president? Do you have any idea? Joe?
People are terrified of the fact that that we're on the brink of a nuclear war due to this maniac, this homicidal maniac by the name of Vladimir Putin. And people are afraid and terrified. The leaders are terrified that if they call for a restriction of flights over Ukraine, that we're going to get into a further war. But Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, the greatest thing we have to fear is fear itself. If we don't act now, there will be a Holocaust, which is already happening in Ukraine, and that will spread throughout the world to other nations in the East.
You know?
So
It's not a good time to be living in Europe because it's a scary time. This looming, this impending doom with this horror, there's no words for this guy. But we know we have to be very compassionate with the sickest of people. Even the sickest of people, we have to find we have to understand what is their mindset, what's going on here, so that we can reassess here in the West, what is our position going to be, to understand this very, very sick person who obviously needs severe mental health treatment and has a lot of problems and is making problems for the rest of the world. That's what we have to wake up to every morning, is this madman. We thought we were going to have a humanitarian corridor, and in Ukraine, and well, they blew it. So, trust is not big, because of that. But let's say we need to build our humanitarian corridors. May we, please? Thank you.
We also have to be aware of what we have in our own backyards. We have been under a horrible far right administration. And finally, we got rid of Trump, but Trump must never raise his head again. He must be banned from running for any office. Because who was his close friend?
Vladimir
Vladimir.
Putin.
Yeah. So Humpty Dumpty
Right.
is going to fall off his own wall.
Can't wait for that to happen.
Can't wait for that to happen.
Can't wait. Fingers crossed. Prayers, thoughts. Thank you.
Yes, we can only pray. But friends, the worst thing, one of the most glorious sounds in the world is silence. But when it comes to the murderous oppression that is happening in Ukraine, and that the stirring up the far right in our own nation brings on the hatred, the anti-Semitism, the brutality, the prejudice, the bigotry that is allowed to continue by the far right in our own nation. So we have to look in our own backyard and clean up the garbage that exists there.
Amen to
Cleaning
that.
up the earth is cleaning up the garbage that exists on our own
Right.
yard.
You
So I
know,
hope that
go ahead.
answers the question.
I think we need to put the mute button on evil.
Yeah, that's a wonderful way of saying it. Yes.
You know, this gentleman, he was a businessman, but he never show the world, never show the American people his true face. When he became a president, but when he became a candidate of presidency, United States, majority people understood what kind of human being he is going to be, and he going to be destroy our country. But still,
Yeah.
our American, we are vote for him, but he destroy our democracy. He destroy our human
Trumpy
being.
Dumpty?
Exactly. And he's destroy our totally American people, divided. He divided the only American, not
As we speak, he's
Exa-
still dividing people because
Exa-
he's friends with Putin. Did I say
and
it right?
exactly. So, but he is on every single day right now is Fox News and America One and Newsmax. He's talking good things in Russian president, good things, his leadership.
Let him go over there.
You
Send
know?
him over there. I say send him. He can advise the Kremlin on what to do because obviously they have no clue.
Exact.
Just ask the Ukrainian soldiers. The Russian soldiers have no idea what to do. Sorry. Yeah.
And he's talking Ukraine is never in the country. Is never in country. It's part of Russian state. Our one of the ex-world leader, President Trump, he's talking about these things. But I don't know. Is not against the Constitution or against the rule of law in American, Mr. Joel?
Yes. Yes, where is the rule of law? And thank you to President Biden and his Department of Justice for reminding us that the rule of law pertains to everyone.
That still exists.
still exist.
Still
That's true.
exists.
That's true.
Thank God.
You know.
Yes, Joel. Continue, Joel, please.
Well, that is my point. We need to support President Biden's attempt to reestablish law in the
Local
government
community.
on civility in our population.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, his administration, Biden administration, try to do everything he can in NATO's, also Ukraine, Middle East, Africa, also own yard, own backyard, you know.
Yes.
But people have to be support. Our voter have to be support. All human being, we are in America. We have to support our president, his administration. We are on
Yes.
war right now in Russia. But our divided country, over 79 or 80 million people, still protested, demonstration everywhere. Joe Biden is not a lawfully president. This is shameful, John. What do you think?
Joel?
Yeah, well, after having had so long a person that had no empathy, no conscience, no moral fiber, after having had that attempted authoritarianism in our own country, we have a president now who supports moral standards, morality in the world, supports peace, supports rebuilding the nation and expanding the economy so that we have a greater equality, economic equality and balance within our nation.
You know, Joe, the
Yes.
Russian government arresting so many media person, reporter,
Yes.
presenter, talk show host, media owner. And our ex-president talking about over here on the media, he said all of this is fake news. That's why Russian president put them jail. This is shameful, is not? What kind of voice coming?
Very shameful. Extremely shameful. Extremely shameful.
Yeah.
Trump, be ashamed of yourself. Mar-a-Lago, go to Moscow, because we don't want you anymore. You suck. Sorry.
Don't say on the air.
I don't mean
these
to be
things.
mean. I don't mean to be not nice to him, but I don't like him very much for what he did with race division, bigotry, and what he's doing right now with feeding Putin information. This guy is treason. This is treason, man. That's treason right there. Sorry. I rest my case.
If
Yes, and the way that he opened the door to white supremacy, to bigotry, to racism on a huge scale, and anti-Semitism and hatred.
yeah, he make everything disaster. Our religious, our color, our culture, our everything. He destroyed.
Yes.
He destroyed. And he's talking one thing, his mouth, and he doing something else. Against whatever he say. He don't know what he's talking about. He do not know what he is doing about. Right now, he don't have any mind. He do not have any fresh mind. How he is talking on the media regarding positive things in Russian president. You know, this is totally absurd. This is totally crazy. You know.
I just want to say something if I could.
Go ahead.
When Trump was president for those 4 years, people of Jewish ancestry and people of people of color, were very, very threatened by his base because he kept fueling his base. And his base went beyond the corridors of the U.S., mind you. It was also his base all over the world. And his base was this right-wing, not caring, selfish, narcissistic, greed is good from the 80s mantra from Michael Douglas, if we remember that correctly. It was a perpetuation of that crap. And because of that, it is crap and it has to be called that, is because it was rising up throughout Eastern Europe. We saw Nazism everywhere. We saw Nazism in India. We saw Nazism everywhere.
Yeah.
You'd see a Nazi of every color and shape and size. Anyway, the point of the story is we don't need that, and we don't need people to be instigated to act this way. We don't want that, right? So we need great leaders like Biden, people who are going to keep the peace. Thank you and amen for being on the show. Thank you. I love this. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. And thank you, Noor.
No, we are not finishing yet. Joe.
I just wanted to give gratitude anyway.
Okay, thank you. You know, so many right-wing in Eastern Europe these days, Poland, also Czechoslovakia and Hungary. They are, you know, they have a lot of Russian community, those countries. And also Greater Yugoslavia now is called Serbia. They are against the NATO's and Ukraine. So what kind of people they are? They live in NATO's country. They live on European community and they are against their government will and people will. So what place we going to go? You know, not only America, whole Europe too. You know, same thing in Germany too. So our world getting crazy. People getting totally crazy. They have to be stopped and they have to think about it, their mind. We are human. Why we have to kill each other? Why? Go ahead.
I don't want to keep my mouth shut if I have something to say. I'm just sorry. I don't want to interrupt anybody either. But, you know, the fact that Putin is getting information and being advised by the former president, that's treason. I rest my case. Thank you and peace. Thank you. Thank you. That's treason. That's treason. That's by very definition. Thank you. I rest my case.
You know, one time, I remember, I just bring the topic regarding your treason. One time, President Obama, after retirement, he in on Germany, Berlin, and he's talking about democracy and democratic. And our, that time, current president was a Donald Trump. He is talking on television, Obama doing treason. You know, Obama against the rule of law and against the administration.
But was it true what he was saying, or was it a lie?
Exactly. Exactly.
Because that's what he's urging Putin to do, is to lie and say that anybody who's talking about war is saying that's fake news. Where did he get that from? He got that from Mar-a-Lago. Thank you. I rest my case.
And right now, whatever he doing, he is against the United States and United States Constitution. So our Justice Department, our, you know, court system and prosecutor, they can put him in the Justice Department area, put him somewhere. He cannot be talk. His mouth have to be shut off.
Right. His power has to be greatly diminished.
You know, he don't have any. Listen,
Trump's power has to be greatly diminished.
He do not have any power, but he have a followers more than 70 million or 75 million. That's it. But he do not have
That's a lot. That's way too many. I mean, these people have to unsubscribe.
And he do not have any kind of power, he can do it right now.
We need to block him from all social media platforms, and he can stay in Mar-a-Lago, play golf every day, and ship his wonderful wife. So what else is there? Thank you.
We are totally
He can still ship if he can. I don't think he can, but anyway.
we are talking about artist for peace, and we are
Yes.
talking about today human rights, human race, religious rights, people's rights, but we are destroying young children lives too. Why we are
Yeah.
doing these things? In America, this is not a civil war. Viewers, whatever path you are, Democrat and Republican, please stay totally one avenue, American avenue. We can be a together.
Earth Avenue, Human Being Avenue. How about this one on for sides? Try that one on, everybody. Sorry, you know what I mean?
Todd, can I finish,
Yes.
bro?
Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize.
We have to be a one avenue. We don't care you are independents, Republican, Democrat. When we are in war, we have to be same phase, everyone. Otherwise, American value, American democracy, American voice is totally gone from the world. And also, I'm going to talk about our right-wing media. Whatever they do, Land of America and Voice of America from American land, they are against the Constitution, against the will of American people. If they don't like Biden administration and American people, they can go Atlantic Ocean or Black Sea or somewhere in Moldova or Chechnya. They cannot have a voice in Moscow either. So, please stay one voice. Go ahead, Todd. Floor is yours.
Just bringing out the EU flag because the EU has to step up their game. Step it up, EU. EU, step it up, please. Step it up. And Biden, please let us not ignore our brothers and sisters. We need unity. Thank you so much. Love you. Peace and love. And civility.
My brother, Artist for Peace, and Mr. Joel, please, you last word. Say our viewers whatever you want right now. Last word.
The idea of Artists for Peace is to bring people together to create peace and feelings of community among artists, because art has the artistic creative soul has the possibility to raise the consciousness in the direction of peace, understanding, and communication. And this is the time when we invite all of you listeners to join us in this current show. Submit your works, whether it's poetry, whether it's painting, whether it's film. We are open to you. Speak out, be strong, be collective, and we will make progress.
Thank you. Thank you, Joel. Thank you very much. Thank
so
you,
much.
both of you,
Thank you.
viewers.
Joel,
Our
thank
time
you.
is end for today. Please watch Millennium News 24/7 and Today's America. We are in all iOS and Android device, also all smart TVs, LG, Samsung, Sony, Roku, Amazon, and also we are on Amazon Stick, Roku Stick and Apple TV. Viewers, also locally we are on Jadu TV and Radiant IPTV and jagobd.com. Our all social network address Millennium News 24/7. Also our YouTube channel address News Channel M24. Viewers, our friends, colleague, IT broadcaster, camera personnel, reporter, everyone working round the clock only for you. Bring the news, views, talk show, current affairs, documentary, everything together. Please watch Millennium News 24/7 and we are grateful to our colleague and friends. Viewers, wherever you are, stay, peace, love and happiness. Goodbye and take care for today.
And what an honor it is to be on Millennium News.